I was ripping through Facebook because I'm middle-aged.
Yeah.
That's my...
That's your social media of choice.
Yeah. And I came across a post that indicated Little Shop of Horrors is getting a 4K upgrade.
Fantastic. I already pre-ordered it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be terribly surprised. I was going to ask you if it met your criteria of getting the upgrade. Clearly it does.
Yes.
Now I'm curious to what that criteria is. You just really like the movie, or you think it benefits from that upgrade because it's like an old film? So tell me, what possessed you to not just order it, but pre-order?
It's a fair question, Dave. And in this instance, I would say because the edition I have is still DVD. So it's a significant
Making
upgrade,
a bigger jump.
right?
Gotcha.
And this one will have the director's cut option, whereas I only have some deleted scenes and the alternate ending as a separate feature on the DVD.
That's something I didn't think about, the special features aspect of it. I was thinking on its surface, I'm thinking looks better,
Sure.
sounds better.
Of course.
That's something that I look to.
Well, the Atmos, right? I mean, how many times were we in Wellington looking at,
Yeah.
oh, this I have on Blu-ray, but this is a 7.1 Atmos mix with...
Less of a visual thing, more of an audio thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm a little bit more restrictive.
Discerning.
Well, it's because money's not really coming in.
Yeah.
Now that we don't have that Wellington store,
Yep.
which it's too
sad.
bad.
It's a real
too
sad
bad.
situation.
We're going from $15 to 40.
Or 50 even in some cases.
Like it's
yeah.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, bad news.
There's the odd one that for whatever reason, maybe because it's more popular probably, that you'll get maybe for 25, 30. But ones that are really unique, you're looking at that price
Easy.
point.
Yeah.
And knowing that I've seen it already X number of times, I'll maybe watch it once or twice. Is it really worth that upgrade?
It's a tough call.
It is a tough call, but for me, it's mostly the sound versus the audio.
Well, the sound is the audio.
That's a good point.
For me, most of the stuff that I've bought over the years where there's been maybe a question as to why it is on the shelf is often spurred by special features, the thing that you can't really get anywhere else. And so a movie that may not be a great movie but has a commentary track by someone that I like or respect or is interesting or what have you. It's like, oh, Scorsese's got a commentary track on a...
Don't say it. After Hours?
No, but I would have sought out Scorsese commentary tracks even if the movie that he was talking about is one that I didn't know or like even, because I'd want to hear his take.
But you're certainly not looking for a Boiler Room 4K with a Giovanni Ribisi.
Exactly. No.
Voice. You don't like that voice.
That would not be one that
That's what we've established.
Yeah, not interested. Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf with Phil and Dave, the movie talk show where each week one of us takes a movie off our shelf, presented to the other for discussion. And this week, we've got coming off of Dave's shelf, 1996's Mission Impossible, directed by Brian De Palma, written by David Koepp. And David, why is this movie on your shelf?
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
Oh.
Are you asking me why the VHS was on my shelf? Or why the DVD copy was on my shelf? Or, more recently, the 4K remastered version of Mission Impossible, why it's on my shelf? I'll start anywhere you want.
Well, let's go back to the beginning.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, actually. It's open to skip that. This is a blockbuster film in 96. This is before the launch or the relaunching of all these, I want to say IPOs, but that's not right, is it?
That's not, no.
It's just IPs, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes,
It's
yes.
it's
Not an IPA either.
no. I love a good IPA, though. So it was exciting. And it was Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Arguably.
Oh, yeah. One of the biggest stars in the world at that point.
Yeah. I don't want to use the word again, but it's up there.
Sure.
Everest. Peaking.
Peak.
Yeah. Peaking.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of people would have had this on their shelf.
Not me. But please, continue.
Not you. Therefore, the DVD, that was not incredibly tough decision.
Sure.
It's around the time where I want to expand my collection anyways.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, okay, well, I like that movie.
I guess the gist is that you love this movie.
You know, I think love is a strong word.
Okay. You tell me you bought it 4 separate times.
3.
3 separate times.
I skipped the Blu-ray.
Over the course of
That's telling.
30 years. And you're like, It's okay.
Oh, slow.
Please.
Back it up. Beep, beep.
Or is this under the BSB, the BSR rules?
No. Let me clarify a couple things
All right.
about what you're suggesting.
Okay. Yes.
The 4K copy came as a box set,
Box set rules.
including all of them except for the most two recent ones.
Okay.
Reckoning Part 1 and 2, I believe.
No, they changed the part 1 part.
Oh.
It was going to be the Dead Reckoning parts 1 and 2. The second one came out, it was just the Final Reckoning.
Oh.
So there's a weird part 1, and then there is no part 2.
Okay.
Weird naming.
I actually haven't seen the latest two.
Neither have I.
So how big of a fan could I be?
Wow. I guess to be determined.
But you know how good those deals were at that store
course.
that we used to
Yeah.
walk to. I don't know how much it was.
And yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah. But having said that, I have seen this specific film
Yeah.
10 times.
Like before we did this podcast, or 10 times now recording?
I should have just said give or take, and then I would have avoided that question. I watched it between 8 and 12 times.
There you go. All right.
So I obviously have an affinity for it.
Okay.
So there's certain elements I do like.
Don't love it.
Don't quite love it. And if you stick around, I'll tell you why.
Please.
What's your history with it?
It starts about a week ago.
I know. And that was part of the reason why I brought it off, because
Yeah.
I knew that you hadn't seen any of them.
Nothing. I had seen the trailer. And
It's hard to
probably some
avoid.
of those trailers for this, maybe the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have much memory of the thirds, but in terms of
That's good.
the ad campaign, this was ubiquitous in 96. And I couldn't tell you back then, much about, I mean, Tom Cruise, actors, like in the mid 90s, I wasn't yet fully formed. It's kind of just coming out of 95, 96, independent film, this and that.
You're fully formed now.
Yeah, continuing to grow. But so this is a movie that is a product of part of where I'm starting to drift away from big action movies.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Tom Cruise is an actor I had known and seen him in a dozen things at that point.
And I would go as far as to say admire. Would you?
Not as much back then. I was not much of a Tom Cruise guy. It was really later. Doing Magnolia and Eyes Wide Shut back to back was the thing that was like, oh, this is a guy. And obviously,
Few Good Men.
I love A Few Good Men. I liked Cocktail when I was younger, and I liked Interview with a Vampire even in 94. Because he was such a guy, I ended up seeing a lot of his movies.
It's hard to avoid.
Yeah, and so this one, it just wasn't enough. And strangely, in a couple of years, I probably would have been more inclined to check it out based on the fact, kind of retroactively, oh, it turns out it's directed by Brian De Palma. I know him, right?
Yeah.
And
but you're too far gone with your
to
artsy
dip
dartsy
into it.
stuff.
Yeah, a little bit,
Don't
a little
lower your
bit.
bar. I get it. One thing that I found interesting about doing this podcast with you is my knowledge of directors.
Oh, okay.
When this came up as a De Palma film, like, oh, okay.
You got a frame of reference now.
I do.
Yeah.
I never knew he directed this movie.
Okay.
I've watched it 10 times. Now I know it's a De Palma film.
Yep.
Can I tell it's a De Palma film? That's for a little bit later.
Okay. That's exciting.
Probably not, though. Still not that good.
So you can read,
yes.
right? You can read the names.
I
You've
know the
grown
names.
that much.
I can tell you that we've watched
But stylistic
this.
choices, not so much.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It's safe to say that you haven't seen the TV show,
No,
but
never.
probably relatively safe to say you know it exists.
I do know it exists. I knew that this was based on a TV show, and I know the theme song.
When it comes to the TV show, for me, I maybe saw an episode or two as a really young kid.
Okay.
Just enough to know that Jim Phelps was played by Peter Graves.
Okay. Martin Landau in it, too, I believe.
Maybe.
I think so.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Another
go-
actor that we
That's
talked
a name.
Yeah.
You're name dropping, Phil.
That's right.
So I wasn't exposed a lot to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say this. It does come into play for how I felt about this movie.
Okay.
Just the Peter Graves of it.
Okay.
So I was well aware that there's a group of people that don't like this movie who were a fan of the show, who
Oh,
had
okay.
a lot bigger connection to it.
You were aware of that in 96?
I wasn't aware of those people,
Okay.
but I
That
was
feels
aware.
like it's a modern internet thing.
Yeah, but I was aware of how I felt about it in
Gotcha.
'96.
Okay.
I
Well,
was,
that's good.
Yeah, I
We're
was
going to mine that.
Yes, so we're gonna dig deep into those feelings, buddy, as the show goes on. So stick around.
Fantastic. An American agent, under false suspicion of disloyalty, must discover and expose the real spy without the help of his organization. What does that tell you about the movie?
It tells you enough, and it doesn't say too much.
Really? I don't think it tells you anything. Not at all compelling or interesting.
No.
I wouldn't watch that.
Well, by the time IMDb came around, I was like, well, this movie's already been out. We don't have to put a lot of effort into this because they've already watched
That's right.
it.
Save our time.
Exactly. I think it would have just benefited from saying Ethan Hunt.
Is that the name? That's a good question. Is that the name in the show?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. I'd be really surprised if it wasn't that.
Because you're saying Phelps and Peter Graves, like those two things are really connected. But is it Ethan Hunt? Is so-and-so in the early shows?
Well,
do you know?
Well, that's the interesting thing. Like I said earlier, it's really the Graves factor for me.
Yeah.
And the premise of the show.
Of course.
But those two things, I don't know if Hannah or Emilio Estevez, if that character existed, and was he a hacker?
Yeah.
So that's something I should have looked up.
Great.
I feel bad about that now. But the fact of the matter is, the TV show does exist, and I know the first scene of this movie, I call it a prologue, is recognizing that.
Okay.
That's the show, more or less.
All right.
They're on a mission.
It's impossible.
See, that's misleading because they always get the job done.
Yeah.
Improbable might be a better.
Unlikely.
Yeah, not as catchy, though. You have Ethan Hunt, which is your point guy.
Okay.
That's why I'm pretty sure that he's a character in the original series. Like, everyone has a role, and he is that point guy. He's the disguise guy.
I'm not arguing the role. I'm asking the name.
The name.
You're like,
just the
Ethan
name.
Hunt does this. And you're saying that in the IMDb description, had they put Ethan Hunt, an American spy, is going to spark something different than an American spy. And I'm like, is that a name that's going to be like, oh, I know Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, I got to watch this now.
I got to check this out. That is what my question is, not the point guy. If the point guy was going to be in the IMDb description, then of course I'm going to watch it. The point guy.
The point man.
Yeah.
Come on, not the point guy, the point man.
We don't know anymore.
Point Break's a good movie. Seen that? And he's the one that wears the disguises.
Okay.
And Jim Phelps is the Bob Cobb, let's say, of it all. The maestro. Bring it all together. These are facts. So personally, I think it's there because of the show.
Okay.
And it begs the question, does this movie even benefit with the Mission Impossible IP? Like tagging it.
Sure.
The characters. You know what happens in the next 15 minutes? All the guys are gone. It's now the Tom Cruise show.
I think fundamentally it needs it in so much as it's the marketing. I mean, the Tom Cruise of it, sure, people are going to go see it or whatever else, but you're going to get that extra wave of people that are looking for the Peter Graves hit.
Yeah, but you just pissed them off.
That is something we can get into because I think as a person like myself who doesn't know these shows, but like intimately.
You didn't have sex with the show.
That's right.
Okay.
Not biblically.
I didn't either. Okay.
But I do know it's like the A-Team.
Imagine killing all of them off at the beginning.
And so you've just got B.A. Baracus doing the rest of the mission. It's sort of like, oh, well, this is not the A-Team. It's just the B.A. Baracus show.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That was a bit of a surprise to me, the way that the next sort of wave happens, because I did not expect, when I say this as I'm talking, I think what I did remember, because this is that era of black box, I am pretty sure that I saw Emilio die.
Oh, okay. It's an epic death.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him obviously in Breakfast Club.
And hell of a career. Hell of a career, Emilio.
Mighty Ducks.
He's part Sheen, I hear.
Yeah.
50%.
Yes. Yeah. He's probably even more Sheen because Martin Sheen's actual name is Martin Estevez. So it's actually not even Martin, but.
And Charlie's barely a Sheen at this point.
Yeah,
really.
But even then, he's Carlos Estevez.
That's a lot of blood transfusions, so he's not really a Sheen.
He's got a Sheen. But yeah, so I was surprised that the choice was made early on to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And for it to be a Tom Cruise vehicle. So to your point, I don't know, other than an ability to market it as Mission Impossible, get the sound.
That music is, it hits.
And at the time, like you're talking about, this is the IP dipping in. We had Flintstone movies in 94, the Brady Bunch movie in 95, 6, 7. Addams Family came out in 90. It's not dissimilar to what's happening now or what's been happening in movies forever.
Yeah, just a little more fresh back then for us, I think, in our generation. Like,
well,
it excites me.
Sure.
For a guy who barely watched the show.
Yes.
I'm lining up.
That's right. So even if you don't like Tom Cruise or you don't know who Ving Rhames is or you don't care about Jon Voight,
you're seeing it based on the title of the film.
Yeah. Now, to your other point, does the audience benefit from it being called a Mission Impossible movie when it isn't really setting itself up to be a quote-unquote Mission Impossible extension, then yeah, you're probably doing a disservice to the audience.
Yeah, there's
But they've already paid their money.
I'm not going to say much about all of the sequels because we'll get there.
Oh, great.
They do oddly get progressively better,
Oh, interesting.
except for the next one. So we're going to have to go through a little bit of a dip.
Oh, well, I appreciate the heads up.
Unlike Jurassic Park, where they get progressively worse.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah, that is something.
What else is something is the degree of how they use the Mission Impossible stuff, the disguises, the gadgets.
I wondered about the song, the score. That music cue after the sort of prologue, that's what kicks us into high gear, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And the way in which those two things marry each other, I really dig.
Mm-hmm.
But they basically, in the titles, show you the whole rest of the movie.
Yes, I was going to ask you how you felt about that, because that isn't done very often.
It never is.
And I think that, again, ties in with the TV show.
Oh, does it?
Because I watched the intro of MacGyver,
Mm-hmm.
and they're showing clips of everything that happened in that season. It's attaching itself to the TV.
Yeah, no,
of
I mean,
it.
I get that. I've seen title sequences in TV shows, yes.
So I think
You're sort of
that's why
taking
they did it.
bits from it. But
yeah. Doesn't give too much away.
it doesn't bother me because it doesn't. Out of context, it's like a spoiler. Hey, you know, there's a helicopter
Yeah.
in Mission Impossible. Like, okay,
Yeah, you love helicopters.
I don't know anything about what that means,
All
so I don't want to
glass.
spoil it. But it doesn't mean a spoiler. There's a helicopter means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it interesting that you're deciding to make the stylistic choice
That's for the TV people.
to show off all
Yeah.
the what's happening in the rest of the
Yeah.
season and the rest of the movie.
That's not for you. That's for guys closer to me who have that attachment.
I guess, but I'm watching the movie.
Listen, I don't make the rules. I'm
So-
just telling you why they did it, okay?
So you're showing me as a nod to a television fan.
It's a nod.
You're
familiar with the nod.
quote-unquote
Okay? Maybe not in this context.
You're
but
spoiling the movie. Well,
For
spoil is
you.
not the right word because
Yeah.
it's a bunch of images taken out of context. So it doesn't really hurt the viewing experience as much as it's odd that it stops whatever vibe I'm in just enough to pause and think and wonder why you're choosing to do this. And I don't want that. I don't want to have to ask that question.
Well, I'm sorry it happened.
You should be.
Let's get on to the plane. And this is clearly before they had that no smoking light
That's right.
that they still have,
That
by
you
the
still
way.
have.
Which is still very interesting to me.
Still holding on strong.
And they say it 3 or 4 times, just remember you can't smoke.
Yeah.
Because you know, as soon as they take away that light on the newer models, I
Disaster.
didn't know
I had no idea.
there wasn't a light. So I'm
Nobody told
assuming
me.
I could smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. French people on Sunwing airplanes, they love it.
Oh my God.
Go to the bathroom.
There was a comedian that vaped in the bathroom and he does a whole thing on it.
Idiots.
Like, yeah,
Just stupid.
it is stupid.
Well, just it's selfish.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to New Zealand or Australia, I don't know if I mentioned I've been there. That's a long flight. So
Yeah.
as a former smoker,
Sure. Then don't book the flight because the plane will divert.
yeah, a lot of smokers probably don't travel because of that.
Absolutely don't.
Imagine that.
Not long haul like that.
Imagine a nicotine addiction preventing you from world travel.
Totally.
That is strange.
It's the reality, though. I
It
know for
is.
sure. There
I
are
know how
people that are like,
powerful
I can't
that
do
is.
it. Can't do 14 hours. It's crazy.
I do like the scene. I love the cigarette and
Sure.
it goes up in smoke, but there's a lot of things in this movie that we'll talk about that are very dated.
Okay.
And I thought about Boiler Room.
Mm.
Not the Boiler Room.
No.
Just the Boiler Room.
You just said the boiler room again.
And we talked about how that was a timepiece in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about this and the difference between being a timepiece and just being dated.
Gotcha.
And how you're making a choice to make it 2000s. Like you're putting in the hip hop music, you're wearing big suits. You don't need to do that. But in this, with the internet and things we'll talk about later, it's like, well, they're dealing with what they have in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really hold that against the movie because that's what they did back then. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I think the same could be true of Boiler Room. It was contemporary. That's what people were wearing in 2000s with their frosted tips and their whatever. So that's dated because it looks like shit. It hasn't aged well.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas something like classic internet, it's got a nostalgia vibe to it. And people are like, oh, that's cute. It's quaint. But frosted tips are dorky.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I just didn't feel this as a timepiece. It's just
Yeah.
using the tools that they have versus
Totally.
like, we want to make this.
Anytime you're using
Deal.
technology in a movie, you run the risk.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's 2001 and 68, where you're imagining what could be, or any science fiction movie projecting the future, Back to the Future, there are things where it's establishing a vision of what it might be. Flying saucers, time
Yeah.
machines.
The
and-
Cubs winning in 2015.
That's
so
right.
close.
So close.
So close.
The hoverboard. All of these
We're
things
almost there.
I think so.
I think we're getting there.
This, I feel, is contemporary. It's what was available. This is Windows 95 chat groups and AOL and Netscape Navigator and all that.
What I noticed in this movie, too, like I said, I've seen it between 8 to 12 times.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of this. I found myself a little bit in nitpick mode.
Oh, finally, on one of your movies.
That's
fucking
not
time.
true. Nitpick where I feel a nitpick is required. But it is a movie where I like the same things every time I watch it, and I dislike the things the same as I've always disliked them.
Okay.
That doesn't change, but I do notice a little bit more. And one thing is in this opening scene on the plane, and I think you'll appreciate this because this is probably in your notes, maybe.
Okay.
How on the tape.
Yeah.
He's introducing the team. We got your usual guys.
Yep.
You know these people.
Yes.
We have...
Your wife, Claire.
Yeah, like as if he doesn't know it's his wife.
Yes.
And you don't know Estevez's character. He can hack into anything.
Yeah.
He probably knows that. That's for us as an audience.
100%.
And I just like, oh, God.
That's a great nitpick.
Okay, thank you. I thought so.
I support that
This
nitpick.
is from this podcast. I would not have gotten that had you left me to my own devices all these years.
Yeah, it doesn't make it bad, but it is noticeable. You're just doing it. It's like cups. It's like, these cups are always empty. And once you know that, it's really tough to look at somebody drinking out of a cup and just go, I don't buy it.
That's true. I got my
It's
wife
over
on
now,
that,
you
and
know?
she'll bring it up every time. That's empty. And like, we know, we've talked about this.
Like, once you know it, though, you can't shake it. And so something like that, yes, it is a perfect excuse to nitpick. That's funny.
I also think it's interesting that all these types of movies, like Bond movies, always take place in Europe.
Oh, sure. Like Ronan.
Yeah, like it's Kiev, it's Prague in this case, it's Paris. It never happens in like downtown Detroit.
Sure. Peoria.
Yeah, or bring it up to Banff. Keep it North America where this guy who's going to steal an Oculus, he's in Banff at a resort.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Well, they tried Hope, BC, wasn't it, in Narrow Margin?
Oh, man. That's a movie that I would buy in 4K.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
There you go.
Great film. I'm going to watch that again soon. I love that movie.
Get in there.
And what I'm looking forward to in this conversation is the fact that you had never seen this before.
Sure.
I have never really liked the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie.
Okay.
Maybe the first couple times, sure, not too bad. But my last 3 or 4 viewings, I'm like, I don't like the prologue.
Okay.
And I don't like this section.
The plane.
Well, not the plane, the whole...
The setup.
The setup, yeah. The setup of the movie.
Like the knock list, like the recruit, back to business there?
Let me immediately correct myself here. I do like the plot, the knock list.
This to me feels like the TV thing. This scene in particular, because it sets up what I would imagine is the first 10 minutes of any episode, right? Which is, here's the mission, folks.
Yeah.
We've got to get the knock list is out there. That's right. You got the knock list is out there. We're going to set you up here. You can hack in anything. We're going to put you on this. You're going to do this. You're going to do this.
Yeah,
okay, now break.
And this is who Ethan's going to be this episode.
So this feels like this would fit well into an imagined version of what that TV show is.
Yeah, exactly.
I find it fairly inoffensive because I find it fairly economic. In that it doesn't take a lot of time to get there. We're at that mission within 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's maybe a credit to David Koepp, who
hit or miss
we've talked about as really in huge waves, but has been connected to the greatest filmmakers and has really made a name for himself, both in really good movies and then also what I find to be absolutely terrible movies.
And don't tell me yet. I want to know which side of the fence this Koepp movie lands on.
And some of that is because De Palma is effective and can really just make a movie. The POV stuff, if you recall, from Untouchables we've talked about.
I knew he took us around the room in Carlito's Way.
Yep. Big geography. He does little split diopter shots here and there. So those style choices are very much De Palma, and I think they make this scene pop in ways. Now, you didn't like the first 20 minutes. I wonder how much of that plays into the party scene, because I know you talked a little bit about the setup. Now that we're in it, what are your nitpicks, if any, occur here?
It actually gets progressively worse.
Okay.
So it starts out strong at the party.
Yep.
Hannah spraying the little stuff to track him. I like that.
Yep.
It just by the end where the team starts dropping like flies, that's where the real problem is. I don't like...
That they'd all die.
Not just that they all die. That's a problem on its own.
Oh, okay.
The Peter Graves factor, I'm going to call it, the PGF. But how it's displayed in the film.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just don't think it's very good.
We'll dig into that.
Well, a little bit, not too deep.
I actually, as I said, I like the way this party scene goes. I like how they're all working together, which is, to me, the problem, if you can call it that, about killing everybody off afterwards. I was very surprised, and then I remembered Estevez. But just how little of the rest of the movie is that same level of teamwork, except for a little bit later.
Watching it now in 2026, I can see a bit of the motivation is Tom Cruise is going to carry this series, for better for worse, for the rest of it.
Yeah, sure. But at the time, do they know that? Is the question. They didn't make another sequel for 4 years.
Yeah, I think they had a pretty good idea. Like, yeah, this is going to be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he produced it, so he may have already had it in his mind. This is going to be
I want to be
me
this
thing,
character.
and I'm going to go. It's certainly possible.
But this does come back to the fact that you do run the risk of alienating some of your audience. With
Certainly the TV fans, presumably.
So when I first watched it, I'm like, oh, well, I don't like that. Like you said, I like the team. When we talk about the deaths, the issue I really have is with Sarah Davies, played by Kristen Scott Thomas.
Okay.
From a filmatic point of view, I'm like, how did she get herself killed?
How did she get close enough to be stabbed in this?
Yeah, like you see someone else there dead. Oh, what's this? You see him, and there's still that distance.
Yeah.
So that one has always, since day one, bothered me. And I didn't like the Phelps one either, personally. And these are names.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the point. You want to be like, oh, shit. If you can kill Kristen Scott Thomas, Academy Award winner or nominee from 1994 with The English Patient, oh, my gosh. Or Estevez. You know, if you can kill a Mighty Duck.
Yeah. And Jon Voight.
Academy Award winner for Coming Home.
So it's a bold choice. I just think it could have been executed, no pun intended, a little bit better.
Okay. I had no real issues with it. I like the way it was shot generally. Again, the Palma thing, the POV thing. I get you what you're talking about with Kristen Scott Thomas. That feels like a little bit of a reach, but I liked Estevez. I like that. That was okay by me. I enjoyed that.
I'm not going to try bringing this up too much. I'll try to lay it to rest now is Peter Graves would never kill any of these people. And that's the problem I have.
As a Phelps fan.
As a Phelps guy, knowing what his character was, even though I didn't watch the show a lot, I know it was played by Peter Graves, the nicest man in the world.
Yeah,
and I think that bled into his character. He would never in a trillion years
sell out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never.
Well, luckily I don't have that relationship. So
you don't, and I envy that.
It didn't stop me. I didn't care about it either. But I appreciate your being so vulnerable here.
I've moved past it.
Sure.
But it is
still in there.
Yeah, but for me, the movie starts now.
Okay.
In the next scene that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
When I rewatch it. This is where I get excited. I get amped up.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is now Kittridge. Walking in and his sort of confrontation with Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, I really like this scene.
It's a good scene. Tell me more.
Tom's intense.
He's very intense.
And
you haven't seen him very intense.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's from the trailer.
Of course, yeah.
I think I can confidently say we both like Henry
Czerny.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Clear and Present Danger.
The Ice Storm.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know what it is.
He's wonderful.
He is great. I haven't seen him anything recently. He's probably semi-retired at this point. But,
I think he shows
back
up in one of these.
That's nostalgia. Like, they know we're going to eat that up like watermelon. I really like watermelon. It's
I love watermelon.
Perfect season for it. I don't like cutting it. But
that doesn't surprise me. You want the payoff and none of the effort that gets in there? Yeah, okay.
But my wife, fortunately, doesn't mind cutting it. And
reap the benefits of someone else's work. Yeah, I get
it. And when you're thinking about it, it's like, you're the only one left. That's not a good look.
No.
So my question here is, do you suspect anybody else? Like, do you suspect Phelps at this point of the movie?
No, because I have no reason to doubt that Phelps is dead.
Okay. I wonder, because it's obvious to me. I've watched it so many times. So I'm happy to hear as a first-time viewer, because you're a smart guy. You're ahead of a lot of movies. Sixth Sense, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, okay, I get it. So I was wondering with this one, at what point? You don't have to reveal now.
No, I think that there's been times where so-and-so walks onto the screen and you're just sort of like, well, this guy's not lasting very long.
Oh, that, yeah.
Or the bad
Jurassic
guy.
Park 3, right?
Jurassic Park 3. I think about Minority Report, where he is so much the red herring.
Oh, only guys like me don't quite get it.
That it would just be like, yeah, of course it's not Colin Farrell. You know, the whole movie's pointing you to look at him, so you've got to look elsewhere, right?
So it wasn't too heavy at this point?
No, at this point, there's no reason for me to doubt yet what's happening.
Good.
As it goes on, I don't know really what the tone of the movie is. Like, I don't yet know if it's a mystery or it's an espionage movie. And so what ends up happening, of course, is that there is a mystery involved and who's alive and who's not and who's pulling the strings and whatever else. But to me, it's an international intrigue case, and Ethan Hunt is on it, and I haven't really thought much more beyond that.
Apparently, they all didn't die.
Yeah, not everybody.
Claire made it. Thank God. She is great in this.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I have some real issues with the Claire character. I don't know exactly what it is. I really don't know her motivation or...
She's Phelps' wife, obviously.
She's Phelps' wife. That was established early on. Does she actually like Ethan Hunt? No. She's playing both sides. I just don't think her character is really well fleshed out.
No.
It always stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Not enough to like, oh, I freaking hate this. She's fine. Like, ultimately, it's okay. But I don't think it really does much for the movie in terms of...
no, I think what's clear around this time is that nothing matters but Cruz.
Yeah.
Right?
The team is dead. They move on pretty quick.
The team is dead. We never really knew them to begin with other than their function.
Mm-hmm.
So Claire coming back is really just a connection to Phelps. There's no other reason for her to be there.
Mm-hmm.
She has some function, I guess, but fundamentally, she's just there to move the plot along.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have a character.
Yeah. Who does have a character, though, is Max.
Yes.
Job 314. Job. I said job, didn't I?
Yeah.
One thing I do want to comment, though, I know we were talking about the internet and the technology of it.
Please.
He was doing searches.
Yep.
He searched Bible and a bunch of things came up. 10 seconds before that, he searched the word job. How many hits would you get from such a basic term?
Probably a lot.
A lot. You'd get like 1 trillion hits on that. Nothing found.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
questionable.
But I enjoy these moments in movies. Like, oh, it's kind of fun to think about.
Yeah, it's quaint.
Yeah, it's quaint.
I, never spent any time on a message board, but they were very, very big in the early days of the internet. So it was nice to see it.
They do keep it somewhat honest. It can be kind of easy that he gets the message back. You can see him there getting tired doing it in every possible language.
Yeah, and in every different message board and all.
Yeah, so I like that they put that little bit of effort in.
Sure.
I don't even think they had to do that, but
works for me.
I like the effort.
I feel seen, he's able to nod a little bit, which I was appreciative of always, as you know.
Yeah. And when he is doing that, what do you think of the fact that he sees Phelps? Clearly he's just delusional, and it is Claire.
Yeah.
Do you think that's adds anything to the movie, or does it tip you off?
If I were paying closer attention in that moment, I could worry that it would be a tip-off.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've yet to really lock into the movie, and not in a bad way, I've liked what I've been watching generally. It was like a surface-level watch. Because I never really got into anybody or anything, I wasn't really trying to figure it out either. Again, I wasn't sure at this point, is it a mystery or is it just an espionage? If it's just an espionage, something like The Recruit, where the job is the mission is the job, and I'm just, or like Ocean's 12 or Ocean's 11, like I just want to see it getting done. Sneakers, another example we've talked about in the same genre. Okay, so just do the things, and I'm not trying to like, oh, who does he play and why is he?
Let it come to you.
Yeah. So the tip off, I didn't really recognize it as such, and certainly in hindsight, you realize, yeah, it's a way to kind of keep him in the movie and keep him top of mind.
Did you think Max was a man?
I didn't really know what to make of Max. It's another one where I just never cared.
I like her, though.
Oh, she's great. I was never chasing the movie. So when it says Max and meet me at this place, I was like, okay. Sure. Like, I don't care who Job is. I don't care who Max is. Like, just what's the next scene?
I think I really like her delivery of the line, how anonymity, that's not the right.
Anonymity?
Yeah. Has its benefits. It's
Oh,
like a
yeah.
warm blanket.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, and the accent helps.
So I like that dynamic. As short as it is,
Sure.
it adds an extra element to the movie
Sure.
that I think is well done.
I agree.
Yeah. And then trying to scurry out. Never going to rent to me again.
Yeah, missed opportunity. Who's not missing an opportunity is Ving Rhames and Jean Reno.
Yes.
There's Jean Reno back in action.
This is, for all intents and purposes, the new team.
That's it.
It's smaller.
Yes.
Hopefully more efficient.
Compact.
Less overhead, I guess, might be a good thing. But we get disavowed Rhames.
Yes.
And a gentleman that we've seen recently in Ronin, of course, Vincent Reno, who was not, by the way, in Fifth Element.
No one asked.
And these are your guys.
Yeah, I was pleased that there was some level of new team involved.
Yeah. We don't want the Tom Cruise show.
I was a little disappointed how little they were really involved in the end. But I was happy that they came, and I like Ving Rhames from Out of Sight. And Jean Reno was fine in Ronin, obviously, and he's great in The Fifth Element.
Yes, I think it might have been The Fourth Element he was in, maybe, but
that's
certainly
it.
not The Fifth.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some names, and I mean, even Tom Cruise can admit I need a little help on this next one.
Yeah, sure. And what I like about it, I mean, this is my wheelhouse. This is stuff we've talked about. Whether it's the montage to get ready for the attack or for the mission is coming out. We talked about recently in Sneakers, where they're having...
Yeah, that was a good one.
Right,
I enjoyed that one.
Where Bishop and they're talking about if you go more than...
Yeah. And then we see
if you breathe, if you're hot, right? Like all those elements.
It's a good way of telling the story too, so then you don't have to show that later.
Exactly.
You can condense it a little bit because you're
you set up the stakes early.
Yeah.
And so when you're in it, and you know what the consequences are. Not unlike Ocean's 11 as well, where they're talking about we've got to get through the thing and then the thing and then the thing and then the thing. The whole thing is built for it, right?
The next 15, 20 minutes is like an Ocean's 11 thing.
Basically, I don't want to say rip it off, but it's about 5 years later, and they definitely take
Yeah, and this is the biggest scene of the movie. This is
totally huge set piece.
Yeah,
huge part of the marketing. Even if I've never seen Mission Impossible, I know this.
The question is, I have for you, Ethan Hunt's explaining the plan.
Yeah,
it's harder than you can possibly imagine.
Yes, yes.
And Ving Rhames, who now he's a hacker.
Yeah,
let's get this out.
He hacks.
You do not like hackers.
I'm not a fan,
like Die Hard
of
4,
hacking in film. Yes,
yeah, the kid in Jurassic Park.
Yes,
you didn't like that.
I hated that.
But I'm thinking maybe you'll have a little bit more allowance because it's Ving Rhames, and you went on record moments ago saying how much you love the guy.
Yeah.
So, are we okay here?
What I have a hard problem with the hacking visually is in Die Hard, it's the main villain, so there's huge scenes of just staring at a television screen or a monitor. And in Jurassic Park, it's
very contrived.
Just a way to solve a problem.
I can do this, yeah.
And that pisses me off. We've painted ourselves into a corner. Here's how we get ourselves out of the corner. This is neither of those things. It's short. It's not the core of the movie is not based on this guy typing and staring at a screen.
And this is part of this series. It's
I don't
an
know
element.
that.
Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure. But you're asking in a movie, and you're talking about a series.
Emilio's a hacker. They say that right on. They always have a hacker.
So the point was I had no problem with it. And it's not because it's Ving Rhames. It's because it's not essential to the plotting. It's part of a scene. And those two things, I think, are very different.
Now, give me your thoughts overall about the Langley mission. Give me a couple of things that you really liked about it, or is there anything that you didn't like about it?
I didn't like the rat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I get it. It's supposed to add some intensity.
Yeah, but I don't think you can kill a rat like that. Like, just...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it just feels like that it's even there, that it's a reason to have a potential issue,
again, maybe,
the sneezing. But overall, I think the scene's incredible. I think it's very well shot. I think the close-ups, the use of tension, that's De Palma.
I was thinking that it's actually an easy scene to do in terms of audio. Because they can make as much noise as they want, and then in post-production...
Of course, take it out.
Remove it. You're not adding Foleys and things like that. You're actually, like, oh, click. This is make this quiet for the next 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what you get are like the bead of sweat coming down, the tension of that, the knife at the end for however long it lasts, maybe 8 minutes. It's a beautiful exercise in tension, and that is a De Palma specialty. And I'd be curious if we do continue to do these movies. I know for sure the next one's John Woo.
John Woo, yeah.
I think at some point Brad Bird did one. I think J.J. Abrams did one. I'd be
right,
very curious how each director puts their stamp on it, whatever that stamp is.
Sure, yeah.
Because this scene, to me,
reeks
is a De Palma. And the party scene, there's other elements, but these two in particular strike me as a particularly specific De Palma stylistic approach.
See, I would never have known that, and I still don't necessarily, but when you explain it, I see it. But I'm still going on feel.
Sure.
You're
a vibes guy.
Yeah, that's right. Catching the sweat, the drip, though, when you see his hands way out here, I've always questioned the logistics of that. Not to the point where I think it's stupid, but and now all of a sudden he's here with his hand, and his glasses are here, his hand's out here. How is he doing it? Because we don't see it, right? We just see the hand.
Yeah.
And it's
very delicately.
Very delicately, absolutely. The other thing I noticed, it's not really a nitpick, it's just an observation. When you watch it this many times, that will happen.
Sure.
Is when Claire's character is sitting beside the guy to squirt the thing, which I think is really clever.
Laxative.
Personal space. You would never be that.
That's pre-COVID, buddy. Don't worry about it. No one's even thinking about personal space.
You would never sit that close to someone.
I was also pre-woke.
Yeah, that's true.
There's probably closer spaces, unfortunately, in the workplace that were happening around that time.
Again, funny observation. There's nothing in this section that takes me out of it. I appreciated it the first time I saw it. I like how it's set up. These are the security measures.
Yeah.
This is what we got to do. I don't find it unbelievable.
No.
It all made sense. Oh, okay, yeah. The temperature.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Yeah, we've made these adjustments. Not unlike sneakers, where you've established these things need to happen.
Yep.
And we have Bishop walking very slowly, and all of those elements are in place. And again,
executed
it's
to near perfection.
Yeah.
I would say near perfection. I don't throw out the P
don't.
word.
No, you don't.
Now, Phil, I know you love magic.
I do believe in magic.
Do you really?
It's a Love and Spoonful song.
Oh, I'm sure it is. We have Ethan, who's a very talented man. He can do it all.
Yep.
Vincent Reno makes his power move.
Yeah.
Like you
out of nowhere.
Yeah, you're right.
This just feels abrupt. It's like literally the next moment, and he tries to make some move.
Yeah, Ethan's like so focused on what he's doing. Leave the guy alone, okay?
Yeah.
Did you think it was funny, though, that the real one was in the trash can?
Well, Reno had the real one.
He did.
Yeah.
But he's led to believe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the scene's fine. It's cute. It's a bit of levity. After the intensity of that scene, you'll find that in horror movies, you'll find it certainly in comedies,
slow
where
things down.
You build things up, and then you pay it off, and you take a moment, and you do it again.
The valve thing that you talk about.
Release the valves. Exactly.
But
otherwise, you get a movie like The Shining, where if you don't, the pressure.
There it is.
Builds up, and it's all over.
There's our 12-week streak.
A bigger magic trick, I guess, I would say, is maybe Jon Voight showing up.
Shows up. Did you expect him to come back because of the name Jon Voight?
No, because sometimes, like an Estevez, who's arguably a name, he's dead. So I've got no reason to doubt that you brought in these actors, but for a couple of days, and you kill them because it's the Tom Cruise show. I wouldn't really specifically question that.
Okay, so were you surprised to see him in the phone booth?
Yeah, but not like huge revelation, like, oh my God, he's here.
But not like, oh, okay, here it is.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing like rolling my eyes.
Okay, that's
like,
good.
what is this? What?
That's a good spot to be in, though.
Yeah.
And I was, too. Like, the first time I watched it, I will say, any twists and turns in this movie, I was like, oh, that's cool.
There's movies that are built on the twist. We've talked about them, whether it's The Sixth Sense, even The Usual Suspects to a certain extent. These are movies that are built on the idea of it. Whereas this is a plot twist. It doesn't mean that the whole thing is predicated, oh my God, and we should have seen it coming, and flashback to 10 clues that we gave you, and what are we going to do about the next 20 minutes, and oh my gosh, revelation, stop everything. That's not this movie, and it doesn't ever present that it is that movie. So when he shows up, it's just sort of like, oh, okay.
Well, you survived. You survived the fall.
What's next? Explain yourself kind of thing.
Because he did go into the river. That's survivable.
Yeah, I will say, though, when he does show up, I begin to wonder and think,
you're still bleeding.
You're a bad guy.
Okay.
Because at this point of the movie, you're an hour plus into it.
It might have been the Bible that gave that away.
Well, that's the thing.
That's already happened.
We've already established that.
You would know from his reaction, though.
Cruise's reaction.
Yeah.
This is a question I have for you, because as we're saying this, of course, I know that he's a bad guy. So when he does show up, I'm not surprised.
So damn Gideons.
The goddamn Gideons.
Who are they?
I was going by my notes and not by my memory of the movie. So yes, I skipped the section where the Bible gives it away. And this is actually my biggest complaint with the movie is right about now.
I'm happy that we've made it this far, by the way.
This is my biggest complaint. Okay. The issue I have with it is the movie seems to think, as an audience, we don't know that Jon Voight is the bad guy. Despite the fact that Tom Cruise has introduced this Drake Bible.
It was too subtle.
And he has this flashback to the Drake, and there's like a moment he looks up, and it's all weird.
Yeah. It's like a giant stamp.
Yeah.
How could you not see it? Today's audience might miss it.
Sure, they're watching their phones. So is Cruise then ahead of us because he gets it and we're not supposed to, because we're supposed to be surprised when Jon Voight shows up in the next scene at the phone booth? Do we both understand it the same way, and he's just playing it cool, and we're ahead of the game?
Yes, yeah.
Or is he not reacting to the way that he should be reacting when we know that Jon Voight's the bad guy, and why aren't you reacting as if he's the bad guy? Because you should know he's the bad guy because you were the one that found the Bible.
I think they needed another take.
It's just curious to me, like, where the movie wants to be, and I don't know that it knows where it wants to be at this particular moment.
When I first watched this movie, or even the second time maybe, I'll always remember the look on his face when Phelps shows up.
Mm-hmm.
It never quite made sense to me because I am like, you just found out he's the bad guy.
You already know this.
So if you know he's the bad guy, he's probably still alive.
Yeah.
But his reaction is of, I'm your friend and I'm happy that you're alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's trying to fool us. And it doesn't make any sense.
So is Cruz trying to fool Voight?
Yeah.
Right? Like, Cruz knows that Voight's the bad guy, so he's got to play like he doesn't know he's the bad guy.
Yeah, I think
we
he is,
know
yeah.
he's the bad guy.
That's got to be it.
It's a little murky.
I just think that his reaction looks too genuine.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like he's trying to fool him.
That's right.
It looks like he's trying to fool us, but we already know.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the problem is. Just tone it down a little bit for us.
Yeah.
But
It's
something. It's funny how we notice these little things.
100%. Something in that particular section is a little off-putting to me. There's something about it. I can't quite place it, but it is something around that performance, that reveal, and the revelation that came up before it.
He's too genuinely happy that
seems like it. They're getting along.
Yeah.
And
he just killed, maybe not friends.
Sure, but all of
teammates.
your team. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he would appreciate that.
I don't think so.
Which is very out of characteristic for Jim Phelps. But anyway, I've moved on. And during this exchange, we also get the execution.
The execution.
Of how it went down.
Yeah.
He says it was Kittridge.
Yes.
He's the mole.
Yeah.
This is how he killed Hannah. This is how he did this. And we have, obviously, Ethan.
Yes. Remembering,
but it's Jim Phelps doing everything. So it's certainly no secret that it's him.
And we see him at that point, I think, turn the gun on himself.
Yeah,
like
I think that's
the moment. So you're like, okay, well.
Yeah. What was interesting about this one, I know this is why they do it, is he replays the Hannah blowing up in the car scene twice.
Yeah.
The first one is Claire blowing it up. And the second version is Phelps crawling out of the river and hitting the button. And I know why they're doing that, because the verdict isn't out on Claire.
That's right.
And that's they want to save that for the end.
Unnecessary.
Which is perfectly fine.
Sure.
I have no issue with that.
But he gets to explain some of the reasons why.
$62K a year.
Yeah, I'm going to be pushing pens. Like, he's really angry about this. It's worth killing your entire team for it. I find the motivation to be
weak. It
to
is,
say the least.
Yeah, questionable to say the most. I agree. And it's never been enough to take away any enjoyment of the movie.
No.
But as an older adult, when I think about movies, and you always have to have a motivation for the character,
it's a long way to go for just a little job insecurity.
Yeah, I could see this affecting old Dave.
Yeah.
Old Dave is out.
Sure.
But I'm allowing because it's on my shelf, not yours.
Camera is straight, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no tilted camera here. Thank God. And here we are, Phil. We have the last 20 minutes of the movie.
It's true, on a train.
All set up. We have everybody in their spot. We set up Kittridge with the watch.
Yep.
That's in play. We have your buddy Ving Rhames taking his spot.
I love what he's doing in this movie.
Yeah.
In this scene in particular.
He's not in it a ton.
No.
And little teaser, you might see more of him.
Okay. But his role in the mission, I like him as an actor, but I like what he's doing. I like the phone. It has to be, this is old school. Again, we're dealing with the mid-90s, so you have to have like a direct line, not satellites and not all these other things. It's like, no, this has to be faced here.
And he leaves it there.
And he leaves it, and he's positioning it in just the right way. And
you forgot your phone.
Yep. Which made me think of The Untouchables, the opening of that, where the little girl comes out with the briefcase. Hey, mister, you forgot your... And then,
that was sad.
I loved it.
All their stuff's getting interfered with.
As they walk it past. That was really clever, I thought, really funny.
And the Macs, they want to make sure it gets downloaded
as quickly as possible
before they hit the tunnel because you'll lose signal, which is still true.
Sure.
I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
out of the game.
I have satellite radio in the car, and you go under a parking garage, it's gone.
It's all over.
So, I mean, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Even in the modern day.
Now, as for the action piece, the movie hasn't been over-the-top action up to this point.
No.
Like the Langley scene, the mission there, it's tension.
Pretty practical.
It's slow. It's very quiet.
Yeah.
But this is the big action sequence, and the listeners know that you're not a big action guy. Reminds me of Broken Arrow for some reason.
Oh, I never saw
like that. Oh, well.
Jon Woo movie.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not coming off the shelf. There's a lot of Woo movies that aren't coming off the shelf.
Well, we did Wind Talkers.
We did Wind Talkers, and, well,
that's enough.
Might have another one coming soon.
I suspect.
But were you like, oh, this is too much, this is dumb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now before that,
We've come so far.
we have the big reveal, as it were. Ethan Hunt is now wearing Jon Voight's mask while Claire is talking. And like we get the basically like.
But did you know?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you was like, oh shit.
No.
Did you like it though?
No, I didn't really care for it.
Oh, that's too bad.
I didn't have a feeling around it. Nothing about the movie, except maybe what's coming, gave me a feeling of, oh, come on.
Okay.
You know, I didn't have a red zone, an orange zone, a yellow zone, and of the BS, the BSR. I kept it. You know, this was a perfectly green zone movie.
Great, Green Zone, very good movie by the way. Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah. So I had no real issues at that point. It's a little silly. I'm going to give you the whole plot. I'm going to give you the whole reason, but the action sequence that follows, I think, is probably a good action sequence. Yeah. I find them boring.
Two things. I accept that it's unbelievable.
The helicopter in the tunnel itself, it's like a bridge too far. The stuff before that, though...
Again, great movie. You say that term a lot, because I say that a lot.
I didn't find the stuff before that, like on the train, fighting, if you will. That was perfectly fine by me.
Killed his wife. I mean,
well, she had it coming.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, she played along. She was.
I
was in it.
I just think there's still...
She killed
like Darth Vader. Like Darth Vader. I think there was still a little bit of good in her, and he could have flipped her back.
Wow. I question that. But yeah, I didn't mind the stuff outside the tunnel. After that, I was pretty done with it, though.
Yeah, I accepted that this wouldn't happen. On those terms, though, it's like, okay, that aside, I thought, okay, it's shot well.
Yeah.
The gum comes back again, and the music sting right there.
That's true. That's true.
And I felt like they didn't overuse it. What I really liked about the movie, unlike Narrow Margin, is the speed of the train. When Voight's on top, he has to use the suction cups.
Yes.
Where Narrow Margin, they're standing up.
Yeah,
now,
that was a good time.
Sure, I mean, it's a passenger train.
It's not a bullet train.
Yeah,
sure.
But at least they did that.
Yeah.
As unrealistic as the helicopter part was.
Yeah.
The blade at the very end...
It's a little on the nose.
I've never liked movies where it comes down to the split second.
Yeah.
But everything before that I was perfectly fine with. I appreciate it as an action sequence for a movie that hasn't really been
that's the thing.
Action.
Not enough to take me out of it at all.
Yeah.
It was perfectly reasonable. I thought a little bit pushing your lines when you're in the tunnel with the helicopter blades. I'm like, this doesn't really geographically, like physically make a lot of sense to me, but it was not enough to like ruin it.
And one more thing to add, I do want to ask you if you like the glasses, the reveal of Voight still alive.
Great.
I mean, he's looking at the watch at the right time, but maybe it beeped.
Sure. I like that reveal. I like because they use the glasses earlier twice when they're breaking in at the beginning at the party, when he's in the office at Langley. So,
I was wondering why he was wearing glasses in that, because they would fall off if they're not really fit well, and I think he has to have them on because he's gives him the camera.
That's
right.
Yeah. So when it comes out later, it's not like
none of them are prescription.
The chick is, the kid can hack because we need a hacker and we're going to make her a hacker. This is like, it's been established 3 other times throughout the movie. Yeah. So when someone goes, oh my God, the glasses, of course, it's not cheap. Yeah. It feels like, no, it's ingrained. It's in the
and that's part of the
infrastructure.
That's part of Mission Impossible. That is that world.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't seen it, you'll figure it out.
The movie establishes that it's in the world, so it doesn't even matter about the show.
Exactly.
I don't want to have to do research to see a movie.
And you don't have to do this for this.
And I don't want to see a movie that is only really research for another movie. Because I just watched the Spider-Man movie, and 40 minutes of this movie is really just I don't want to call it an advertisement, but like laying down some groundwork for another fucking movie that I don't want to see. So why, are you giving me 40 minutes of a 2.5-hour movie that is not germane to the movie I'm watching, but rather a incentive on some level to watch the next thing as a hint and a drop and a thing?
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. The Batman did that a little bit.
Only at the very, very end.
Yeah, and just to get you really excited for what's to come.
That's different. That is a button on an otherwise existing movie.
Well, I'll never watch the Spider-Man because you know me, I don't watch
movies.
Marvel. No, Marvel movies specifically.
Yeah, sure. You're a DC guy.
DC guy through and through.
Yeah. Did you see Superman?
Not
Did you see
latest.
Supergirl?
I heard that was.
See Clayface?
Oh, that's
there you go.
DC? I'll admit I'm behind. All right, I'm not current.
I saw Man of Steel.
I did. I saw Superman Returns.
20 years ago.
Yeah, and I saw Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You saw the Batman. That's fine.
Yeah,
we did too. Anyway, I don't need to have watched the show to know this.
And again, I think that's the success of this movie.
I think so too. Because
anybody can watch this.
I don't know anything that you're commenting on. Oh, the fans are like, oh, that is like the show. I'm like, okay, it makes no difference to me. So it's good that the movie can live on its own.
That's what it wants to do.
Sure,
it wants to give birth to this whole new Mission Impossible, and by the time it hits the 4th or 5th one, I mean, Peter Graves is a distant memory.
That's right.
He's been dead since this one. So
yeah.
Even myself, every other movie, I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're further and further away from.
Yeah.
Because part 2 is not the second season of Mission Impossible. It is a sequel to this movie.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Well, Dave, let's land the chopper here, and why don't you give us your final thoughts?
Needless to say, it's staying on my shelf because it has BSP, box set protection.
Oh, that's right. I think I tried to reference that earlier, and I couldn't remember the acronym, but it's definitely BSR, BSF.
Spilled out a bunch of weird letters. Like,
yes, to be sure.
I was at BMR recently, like lumber and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I helped my dad build a shed.
Your BMI looks like it hasn't been checked in a while.
Oh, God. I worked out today. The fact that I had this movie on VHS and DVD, so I think it's safe to say that it's there. For me, I like the first 20, like I mentioned, a little bit less than any other time I've watched it.
Okay.
However, there's so much I still enjoy about this movie. I haven't seen it probably for a couple of years because I think I would have rewatched them when I got the box set. And the one thing that hits every time is that Mission Impossible music. It gives me a jolt of excitement every time I watch this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's certain parts of this movie that I just look forward to, I enjoy, and it's always enough to have me keep coming back every few years.
Okay.
There's no new problems with the movie. What I didn't like then, I don't like now, but
I've gotten worse. More elaborate.
And there's not enough things I don't like, and most of it is front heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything after that restaurant scene, I'm with.
Okay.
How about you? I was concerned, being an action-ish movie, being on my shelf, the fact that you've avoided these movies all your life.
30 years, it seems,
and you've been forced to watch one now. How do you feel about the time you spent with it?
I feel pretty good. It's both shorter than I thought it was going to be.
An hour 51, yeah?
Yeah, so I like that. I knew it was a De Palma movie, but even De Palma movies can be big swings in between. Like David Koepp, actually. Like, best Brian De Palma movies and the worst Brian De Palma movies is like a huge swath between the two. Right? Where something like Scorsese, the worst Scorsese movie
is After Hours. I'll tell you that.
And the best ones, I find, the gulf isn't that big.
Okay, gotcha.
De Palma takes big swings, and when he fails, to me, he fails big.
It's like a batter that's hitting 220, but has 40 home runs.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, you get it.
For me, I thought this was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, good.
I enjoyed it pretty much throughout. I think, to your point, I am the opposite, not unsurprising, that I found the bottom half, the back end, where
the action was.
Less so the action. I mean, I didn't love that, but I felt like the reveal upon the reveal was like, the stop the movie dead for the plot. Big speech, explanation, killing Claire, the mask, the glasses, all of that feels very fast, a little bit heavy-handed, a little bit lame, I think, on some level.
So not your favorite ending, but it's
but up until,
we're
talking about the last, like, maybe 15 minutes of a hour 45, hour 50 movie.
Not enough to ruin the taste.
No, not at all. Good. I think, for the most part, what it does before that, I thought was really pretty solid. The De Palma style factor was one that I really appreciated.
I feel like I'm getting a little bit of leniency on that name.
Well, I think because he's a good filmmaker, he can make something that I wouldn't have otherwise been interested in, something better than someone else would have made it sometimes. Yeah. And it doesn't always work like that, because De Palma took a movie like The Black Dahlia.
Oh, my God.
Which, when I heard about it, I was like, oh, my God, this is going to be a great idea. James Ellroy novel, guy who wrote L.A. Confidential. You've got De Palma going back to a noir in the 40s.
So it has all the makings.
I'm like, this is going to be like The Untouchables meets L.A. Confidential. It's going to be amazing. It was brutal.
Really?
Brutally bad.
Sometimes we just don't share the vision. Would you consider removing Magnolia and slipping in Mission Impossible?
Absolutely not. This movie in and of itself was not enough to go on the shelf.
But maybe as a box set. If
we get a few more into this, and there's enough quality thrown in there may be room for a box set.
It's actually a pretty thin box set.
Great.
I have like 4 or 5 box sets, and they all range in size.
Of course. Some of them are obscene.
So you'll appreciate that for space reasons.
That's right. So we'll see. It's too early to tell, but this
Okay.
one for sure is not going on the shelf.
Okay.
But it's not out of lack of appreciation. I think overall it did some pretty decent stuff.
All right. Well, I'm curious to see where this will take us. But in the short term, where's it taking us next week? This show, this thing we got going on here. Where are we going next week?
Well, David, we're heading back to school.
Okay.
We're going back.
Secondary, primary.
I'm going to call it secondary because it's the filmmaker's second movie.
Okay. All right.
And it's set at an academy.
Okay.
And we've done this guy's third movie.
So if I really wanted to, I could figure this out.
And it's from roughly the same time, late 90s.
This is a sweet spot, Philip.
Yeah, it's pretty great. This is where we're both coming. We're men.
Well, I don't know about that.
Dave.
I don't know about that, but
Here we are. So thanks, folks, for listening. We do always appreciate it. Join us next week and all weeks by subscribing so you never miss an episode. Rate us 5 stars in your podcatcher of choice. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, and please accept it, share the podcast with everybody you know.
it's good. You summed it up.
There it is.
Beautiful.
Just do it.